Glad to have you with us from the Palouse, Pullman, Washington, and Martin Stadium. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Boise State Broncos and the Washington State Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Thanks, guys. I did check in with the Boise State head coach before the game. He understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Boise State Broncos offense will start this game off with the football. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Madsen. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Riley. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. The D thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to take the top off. Got it down the field. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he... the first down before he steps out of bounds. Wants to throw it again, and why not? On target. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Boise State. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
The Cougars offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. Kirby Voorhees, he's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak, and the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Voorhees. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air on first down. The short hands, it's Hawkins. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Cougars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Caught near the sticks. It's Freeman. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Makes the grab. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Cougars, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. 6th play of the drive coming up. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And they're able to make the tackle.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Caught over the middle. It's Terry. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Back to pass, it's Madsen. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's Ford. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? To the ground to try to move the chains. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Broncos are moving quickly down the field. To the ground. He's got it again. At the 35, he's open. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Guys, let's take just a minute and talk about Boise State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity. Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown, Broncos! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Offense at an empty set. Looking downfield on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Clemens. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. At midfield, he's got room. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And now the Broncos called their first of 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Going to try to get it himself. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Smashes it between the uprights. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Wants to throw. It's Madsen. Makes the catch. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Off play action. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Some misdirection with the counter. There's a little room there. Oh, what a cut! And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And the Broncos just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Broncos will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Off the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Broncos! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Freeman. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Cougars want to pick up the tempo.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. Wazzu headed to the line with another first down.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing, I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
The Cougars back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. This time he wants to throw.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars! And they take it in for 6 more points. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
75 yards on the touchdown drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Madsen. He's got him. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And the Broncos will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. Made a defender miss. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. They'll start this drive with a pass. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pulls it in. It's Freeman. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. It's 3rd and 5. He leaves it with his back. Makes it past the marker. Might have a chance. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Washington State has it in the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he got loose. Touchdown, Washington State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he makes the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Goff. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Looking for a man. It's Madsen. Makes the catch. It's Riley. He'll step out of bounds at the 13, and that gives him a little bit more room. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Broncos will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. He gets a block. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up. Oh, he's got some space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
He'll try to do it himself. They'll stop him just outside the 30 at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for the first down, and now they have a decision to make. Timeout taken by Boise State. 2nd time they've stopped the clock here in the half. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Under fire. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Madsen. They're setting up the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
And the Broncos with the 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Under heat, he gets rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Bringing the heat. He gets away. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Broncos!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Plucks it out of the air. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Here's the pressure. Turning it on. Quick step and go. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. Let's lead things off with Houston, taking on the number 14 team, the Utah Utes. And it's Houston with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet, but brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Pullman. We have a front row seat for 2 dazzling quarterbacks here today. Both have shown the ability to throw it, but also tuck it and run. 2 dual-threat QBs who have a real future at the next level. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Broncos will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Wazzu offense onto the field again. They got a lot done through the air in the 1st half, and they might need even more production here in the 2nd.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. It's complete on the right side. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Under fire. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking for space. It's Riley. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. It's Madsen. Out of the backfield, he's open. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Trying to pick it up on the ground. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, it was a good run, right? You had the first down. You knew you had the first down. Now just take care of that football. You see a lot of times those second efforts fighting for extra yards, and that's when running backs seem to cough it up.
Slings it downfield. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Here comes the heat. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. On target. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. Pressure coming. He's sacked. This defense all over him. Great place to start for this offense. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Morris. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Riley. Nice move to pick up yardage. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Defense going all in to stop the run. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's Madsen. Trying to barrel in. He gets it in. Touchdown, Boise State. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the point after is good. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down. He'll pull it down and run. Maybe a crease. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. Breaks free, and he might be gone. They've got defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Broncos come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Takes the handoff. It's Riley. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He picks up the 1st down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender. Running inside, it's Riley. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To throw, it's Madsen. Makes the grab. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
Hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Washington State going back to work on first down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Freeman. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Working that left side now. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Cougars headed quickly to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that...
There he goes. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
These last two plays really are a microcosm of why this guy is so dangerous as a dual-threat quarterback. He showed you the arm talent. He showed you the accuracy on the previous completion. And then on this play, it's not open, so he takes off and runs and gets it. There's so many different ways this guy can affect you as a defense because of his...
Makes the catch, and he's free. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar!
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys. They usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The run inside. It's Riley. On the move at the 30. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Man, I want to be...
Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the first. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The sure hands, it's Freeman. Headed to the end zone. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Tight end finds a soft spot. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. At the 40, there he goes. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. They'll run this play from the pistol. Wants to throw on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback got it himself. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Voorhees. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Right on the money. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. It's complete to the left. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes a catch. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. A pair of one-loss teams, and they know that that 2nd L can put them in harm's way as we battle here in the final minutes. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. 4th quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. So they'll use a timeout here, 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, running back gets to give. There's some room. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a 1st down. The Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Running inside, it's Voorhees. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. From the gun, running back on the move. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. the lead.
And that was an important kick here in the fourth quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Dropping back, it's Madsen. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the catch.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays, don't want to give up those first downs, and just make that clock run.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Here's a heat. He wants a big play here late. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.